Good morning, everyone. Well, actually, it's good afternoon for me. Good afternoon. I'm Ellen Sentier, and this is Celtic Noir Podcast, and it's story time. I'm going to do quite a bit of story time now, I think, because I like it, and I think you do too. Today's story is about Gwyn, Gwyn ap Nuth. He's one of our major people, gods, if you like. And he actually has a place, a sanctuary, near where I live here now. In fact, that's part of why I live here, but that's not the story for today. Gwyn is the antlered god with either the full deer head or the antlers on a human head. And one of his jobs is to care for souls. And that's one of the jobs that he does near me. When I look out of my window, my front window, I actually see what we know round here as his mountain, Gwyn's mountain. And at the very top of it is a cave. And that cave is really, really special. And I'm going to try and show it to you right now. Let's make sure I can do share successfully. I think I can. Okay, let's see what we've got. Right, there is the cave. Well, actually, it's looking out of the cave. And I was in there taking that shot, of course. And yes, it is high up. It's a long way up that mountain. And not that it's really a mountain, it's a hill, but it's beautiful. And I didn't know until I got there that very first time that when you look out of that window, out of the cave mouth, you can actually see my front door. And that was such a thing. I hadn't long been here, a few months, because I came in the autumn and I didn't really fancy walking up there until the spring. It's a good old trek. So I went up there in the spring and we found the cave. It's a little difficult to find, which is absolutely perfect and magical that you shouldn't be able to find it really easily. And you have to make a bit of an effort and look and think. And then there you are. And when you go out of the cave mouth, out through here, there's a little bit of a green lawn in front of it, which is where I and my friend who came with me sat and had our lunch. And she got her monocular and she said, I can see your front door. I went, give it to me. And so she gave me the monocular and I was looking. And yes, you can actually see my front door from Gwyn's front door. I thought, whoa, that's a bit close. That's really gorgeous. That's quite fabulous, in fact. So we had a lovely time there and did a little bit of spiritual work with him. And then we came back down. And that made living where I live now even more special than it already was. I knew some of the stories of around here, and a lot of the stories from around here, which I'll tell you again at another time, are about Gwyn and about the people who've worked with Gwyn. And we have our own heroes here who've worked with Gwyn as well. But the one I want to tell you today is one I made up myself quite a long time ago. And I'm going to I'm going to stop the share now because I don't want you to be distracted by the cave mouth. Because I'm going to tell you the story that I made up that is part of his legend, but I rewrote it and I wrote it this way about Gwyn as soul catcher. So here I am, Soul Catcher by me, Ellen Sentier. All along, down along, out along Lee, faster than lightning rides the she. All along, down along, out along Lee, hounds they're yelping, across the sea. The wild ones come, and the souls flee. Mother, the wild geese are coming. Hush, child, under the covers with thee. But mother, I hear them. Hush, child, or the dogs will have thee. 'Tis the Gabriel hounds will away with thee. Clackety-clack the hooves, as the satyrs hear the bells of morning ringing down on them. Running, they drop their saws and leave the old oak tree another year, left in peace to grow another wedding ring. And down he comes. Down he comes, down, down the winding, twisty stairs, first sunwise, then widdershins, but his feet know the way, and make no untimely steps upon those stairs. Darkness blinds him, but his feet lead him down inside the Isle of Glass. They scent him now, remembering forgotten blood smells, a whine, a yelp. Quiet, comes the master's voice, you'll wake the dead. Mother, mother, I hear the wild geese coming. Hush, child, or the dogs will have thee. And down he comes. Now ahead he sees the stag's crown hanging before him. His hands reach out, pull the ancient helmet to his brow. The king is come. White tails wag, muscles ripple under white fur, ready as prick. The eyes glow like coals in a furnace. 30 couple of hounds there are at his wild bidding. Pale in the darkness, the white mare gleams like frost in moonlight. One silver hoof she raises, drops and taps the crystal floor. Softly she calls him. He rests a hand now on her shoulder. His fingers entwine in the silver mane. An instant more and he leaps astride her. The flesh of his thighs caress her silken coat as he grips her firmly, knees turning her towards the darkness. Her silver hooves carry them forward, striking lightning from the granite. The dogs rumble in their throats. The white mare springs forward. Earthfire rises, and the wind carries them out into the world. All along, down along, out along Lee, faster than lightning, rides the she. He sounds his horn, and out across the sky they flee. Yip, yip, yow! Yip, yip, yow! The hounds echo. The clouds muster, gather, bank, and mass before him. Again he sounds his horn, and the hounds tear the clouds to tatters, ripping apart the decent covering of the night. And so Diane's body, round and soft and butter gold, shines out above the earth, all brazen bold. Soul catcher, she breathes. Owls and moonbeams tumble from her arms. The forest fills with light and feathers. The light of night pierces down, deep down into the graves, and the souls come forth, singly now, and then in twos and threes, they rise up through the earth like misty goblins, wandering abroad for mischief. But the hounds see them. Working to and fro amongst their woolly flock, they gather in the wandering souls and guide them to the river. No longer do they fester, wailing plaintive chants to chill the living, wandering unknown and unknowing in times past. Now they hear their master, the horned shepherd friend, and feel his dogs unleashed upon them, but to bring them home. Quiet now they wait upon the bank. Soft now he sounds a single note upon the horn, and then they hear the dipping of the pole as the ferryman brings his boat up to the shore. The dogs nuzzle, nip, push. The souls crowd the planks and huddle close for fear of drowning in the river of forgetfulness. Safe now, he says. The white mare rears and climbs the skies. The dogs follow. A streaming, joyous comet lights the sky and binds a girdle round the earth. Then, sighting the tower, her nipple standing atop the hill, rising out of her watery silver robe, he flies towards her. Soft the troop, man and horse and hounds, sink to the mother's breast. Down and down they go into the glassy halls. And Diane drifts her naked body across the cloud rack, falling homewards. Mother, I heard the wild geese tonight. All along, down along, out along Lee. Faster than lightning rides the she. All along, down along, out along Lee, the hounds are yelping across the sea. The wild ones come, and the souls flee. So there you have it. Gwyn, in his role as herder of the souls, bringing them home so they no longer wander as ghosts in our world, but go home to where they can rest and refresh. He's a kindly man, a kindly one, our Gwyn. He knows how to love the souls and how to bring them home. One day, he'll do that for us, and I don't mind. So that's it for this week, and I'll be seeing you on the other side.